We are here with Master Sergeant Alejandro Gonzalez. Alejandro, welcome home to the city of East Chicago. Tell us your thoughts about being back home after spending some time out in the Middle East.
Well, coming back home is always a good thing. It makes me, you know, when you're out there for a year kind of by yourself, you got a good group of guys that you're out there serving with, but when you come home, it's nothing like being with family. This is my fourth combat deployment, and this is the best reception we've received since we've been back. So, you know, every time soldiers come back, it seems to get better and better. So we really appreciate everything you all do for.
Yeah, what does it mean for you to get, obviously the community came out in droves, the mayor was out here along with various dignitaries from the community. It had to make you feel good knowing that, you know, you're appreciated. We all thank you very much for your hard work and your service to our great country.
Well, that means a lot, you know, when you have people from the mayor's office and everybody coming out here and supporting that, you know, not just for myself, but for every other service member that comes back here in East Chicago in the area. It's always good for, you know, to have support from everybody. You know, everybody may not agree with what we're doing out there, but what you can do is continue to support our service members any way possible.
Now, you spent some time in Iraq, correct?
Right, yes.
Now tell me about how your experience was. I know that this was not your first duty out there.
Right, yeah, this was actually my third tour for Operation Iraqi Freedom, and then now, of course, the new Operation New Dawn. It was a great tour. I served as a senior chaplain assistant out there in Iraq, and we did a lot of battlefield circulation, traveling, visiting soldiers, visiting, you know, chaplain assistants out there, make sure that, you know, they did the religious support for all the service members out there in the Iraqi theater. So it was really a great tour for myself and the group that I was out there with.
Being back home, what does it mean for you to be able to see your family? I know your family's been waiting for a long time, and is this going to be your last tour of duty in Iraq?
Well, hopefully in Iraq it is going to be the last tour of duty as we're getting ready to, you know, exit Iraq. But it means a lot to be back here, be home with family and friends, and there's no better feeling in the world coming back, you know, from a deployment and seeing your family there. As soon as you get out of the airport, as soon as you come home, of course, you know, my mom and dad have been big supporters of what we do, and you know, it's great. It's great. I can't really explain how great it feels to be back.
What would you like to tell the community watching at home?
Well, like I said earlier, you know, what I would say is continue to support all service members that are out there. They enlist and come into service to do what they enjoy doing. A lot of them don't know what they're going to what they get themselves into, but you know, you may not agree with what we're doing there or what we're not doing there, but you know, just support the service member and continue to. That's it. Just bottom line, continue to support everybody who's out there doing what they're doing every day. Cool.
Alejandro, thank you very much. Enjoy being home. Welcome home to the city of East Chicago. We hope that you don't go back to Iraq anytime soon.
Well, either do I.
Master Sergeant Alejandro Gonzalez joining us here. He's back here and home in the city of East Chicago. Joined alongside by the mayor of the city of East Chicago, Mayor Anthony Copeland, as we welcome back home Master Sergeant Alejandro Gonzalez. Mayor, this is a big day for the city of East Chicago as we welcome one of our very own right back home, safe and sound from Iraq.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, it's humbling to know not only did he go and protect us one time, but two times, but he rose up for the call of duty 3 times. And it's just humbling. You know, I'm coming here among family and friends. I grew up with his father-in-law at 3813 Block Avenue. I show you how small the world is.
Unbelievable. Now, what did you, I know you and him spoke, what did you tell him during the course of your conversation?
I just asked him how was his spirit. You know, how was his spirit? He was at peace. We talked. He was just glad to be home. You know, he said, just like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, you know, there's no place like home, you know. Then you come back, you see the family and friends. It was just humbling. I mean,
the community really came out in droves. You saw Operation SOS and also various other dignitaries from the community that really came out and showed their support and showed our appreciation for what Alejandro Gonzalez did.
Yes, you're right. To the left of me was City Councilwoman Mary Leonard. Then to the right of me was 4th District Councilwoman Christine Vasquez. And it just showed you what you had: the executive side of government, you had the legislative side of government, but we were all on one mind about honoring this man who have, you know, risked his life not 1 time, 2 times, 3 times in serving this country. Like I said, it's just humbling.
I think it just shows that East Chicago is a very tight-knit community, that we get behind our very own, whether it be athletics and education, whatever the case may be, but we really get behind one of our very own, especially when they serve for our country.
Yes, and you're right. Seeing Representative Colleen Aguirre, she was there for SOS. Again, it's just the wholeness of the community. You're right. what makes a community, every single person counts, and they were there in force today. You know.
And give us your thoughts about being here. I mean, obviously, this is a touching moment for the family, and we're here, and you can really tell that there's a lot of love going on, and there's an appreciation, and there's a sense of relief, so to speak, that he's back home safe and sound.
Yes, I mean, you can see it. Every face you encounter is a full smile. You know, the cheeks are rosy. Everybody's just brimming with pride and love. But I think you see the consistency or the continuity in the theme of just family. I mean, from the smallest one running, hugging on him to the grandfatherly figure that's here. You know, you just see, how you say, me familiar?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, you had it correct.
See it. Yes, you see it.
What would you like to tell all those residents in the city of East Chicago as we get behind our United States Armed Forces?
I would tell you that it was an older gentleman here that was from Vietnam. He shared with us that when he came back home that it was jeers and boos that he received when he came back to the airport. And you can see, like, in the well of his eyes, almost where tears came, where he was moved by all of the love that was surrounding, almost like a hedge of protection around this young man with love. And you can see that oozed off into the former vet that was there. And he looked at me and he just said, this is the way we should be honored when we come back home. That just sizes it all up.
Mayor, greatly appreciate the time as we welcome back one of our very own Master Sergeant Alejandro Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Mayor Anthony Copeland joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's Mayo, my son Alejandro Gonzalez, my son Roberto Gonzalez Jr., and where's Ruthie?
Ruthie's cooking.
And
Eric, are you there?
my baby Eric Gonzalez.
Suke?
My baby. I said my baby. How you call yours?
Baby.
Okay.
And he's taller than me.
So anyway, compadres, comadres, sí, compadres, comadres, down the line. La última, pero, you know, mi esposa, de 43 años, ella es más joven de 43, pero de 43 años casados. So we've been married for 43 years.
Hey, you know what? I've been married 34, so reverse the number around. I'll catch up with him eventually. Okay.
Okay, so, ¿qué estaba diciendo? Okay, anyway, thanks. Señora que está ahí, señora Casas, ella es la culpable de todo esto. She make a lot of noise, Miss Casas. She make a lot of noise. She invite you, invite somebody else,
Yes.
you know, people. That's why I say thanks to her, you know, but she make a lot of noise.
Okay.
I don't know what we can do without her.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever you need, we just go ahead and do. If she feels the problem, not okay.
Let me share with the family that I was out there with a former vet that when he came back from Vietnam, he had shared with me that how the welcome that he got when he got off the plane, and you can see it in his eyes that he was touched by all the family surrounding, and he like kind of shared that he wished he had that. My brother also, when he came back from the Vietnam War, you know, I can remember us going to pick him up. It was maybe like 4 or 5 of us picking him up from the airport, and you didn't see that warm embrace. But I can tell you that this room ain't big enough to contain the love that I feel coming off of you going to him. And it's contagious because I feel it too. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about family. They say you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family, because that comes out of two coming together and doing what God said, to be fruitful and multiply. And then we look and we see another one, and we just go on and on and on. But man, glad you're here. I'm humbled by the family inviting me. And again, it's what it's all about. It's about family.
Congratulations, America.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
Everyone. It's a big check. Just remember when I'm going.
I want to welcome my brother Robert home, who's thankfully been home for about a year now. So
3 days of the year.
3 days of the year. So we're really happy that he's been home and been able to celebrate together with my brother Alex, who just returned. But I do want to present this to my brother, and it says reconocimiento de apreciación, Master Sergeant Alejandro Gonzalez. Gracias por tu servicio, sacrificio a tu patria, Dios y familia. Como dice la Biblia de Josué, capítulo 1, versículo 19, no temas ni desmayes porque el Señor tu Dios estará contigo donde quiera que vayas. Con amor, admiración y orgullo de tu hermano, Eric Antonio González.
I'm gonna say something real quick. All right. It's always good to come back and see everybody together, the family together, and always receiving us with open arms. My wife Gina and the kids. Thank you for all your support and everything. Mom and Dad, thank you. This is the reason why I'm the person I am today in the Army. Because this is my big brother who told me the Army was better than the Marine Corps. Yeah. And that's why I came in the Army.
I did tell him that.
And here I am 22 years later, and I looked up to him every time, the whole years we spent together at Fort Hood. I always look at him looking dressed and sharp in his uniform. And I always wanted to be that sergeant that he was. And that's why I am who I am today. And I owe it all to you, brother. So thank you very much. And you said, what does it say here? De patria, a tu patria. For the chaplain corps that I serve in the Army as a chaplain assistant, our regimental crest says Rodeo e Patria, and that means for God and country. And that's what we do in chaplain corps. We serve God and country. So this is good that you put that in here because it goes along with it. So thank you very much. Thank you.